Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to the Sanctuary. Once again, we are playing Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn as a little bit of a trip down memory lane. Before we go into anything else, I do have to just say that this episode is a re-record of a trip down memory lane once again, because once again, I forgot to highlight shit because I'm way behind on everything. I am just forgetful today. But anyway, let's take a look at the rules, which you'll know are a little bit different than what I originally had. Anyways, once again, we are doing this on New Game Plus on my main character, Chris Valentine. I am doing all of this on as Meteor's job in the promotional trailers, so in A Realm Reborn, I will be running as Warrior. I am doing all duties under duty support or solo. This is with the exception of normal raids, alliance raids, and duties that do not support it. And finally, I will be using quest or patch level appropriate gear, meaning whatever quest I'm on, well, if it's level 50, I will go by the max item level for that particular patch. Anyways, let's not waste any more time. Today we're looking at episode 20, Primals and False Heroes, where we start the story so far is we were investigating La Habrea, and that shit didn't really go as planned. We are no more closer to finding La Habrea than we are of causing the stars to realign. But we have bigger fish to fry at the moment, and Minfilia is about to fill us in with our next quest. So let's get right down to it with the level 30 quest, Wrath of the Titan.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvib hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived. But that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only
Oh, whoops.
Expect the worst.
I skipped a little bit.
The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
Yeah, there's no way I'm cowering
So
out.
you will accept?
Obviously.
Thank you.
We can't very well send him to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola, can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies, tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Alright. Off to Limsa. Now, I do have Maelstrom Aetheryte tickets for this, but... Oh, whoops. I went the wrong way. I derped. There we are. Oh, and I was able to get promoted back then. I forgot. Anyway. Let's talk Rashat. Now, depending on what Grand Company you started with, you might see your rank here. In this case, I'm already a captain, which is currently the max rank. So, let's get right down to it. Good to see you, Captain Valentine. The Scion sent word you were on your way. To business, then. It is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogamoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression: crystals, fodder for their fell primal. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Your deeds bring glory to the Maelstrom, Captain Valentine. Right proud am I to call you one of our own. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Chris personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the kobolds plagued our people. Nor is this the first time we've had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was to the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is that we turn now to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you're right. Yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the thalassocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands, and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Lominsons who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Y'shtola. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it. Yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our sword? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsolomince's citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of ether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. And I trust I can count on you, Captain. Of course. You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. That the kobold should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lenosha. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you can ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Alright. I was checking other quests that I did not need at the moment. Alright, we're gonna take the Tempest Gate to Lower Lenosha. We're gonna grab our Fenrir mounts. While we help expedite Bayon's trip. I don't know why I took Middle Lenosha back then. Oh, I seriously lagged back then. Sorry, Rubido, but you gotta withdraw. Alright. Lay down your burdens, some gun train a pint with me. We'll have a grand old time, find ye a lass or three. You're gonna say something, Vendra, or just keep staring? Eh? You want to know about the company of heroes? Ah, hells. Place of bleeding fame. Can't a miller mill in peace no more? Still, seeing if you'd come all this way, suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige ye. Consider yourself lucky, mate. Old Tractum was the company's best oxman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? So you want to hear a tale about a company of heroes busted a primal, do ye? Let me guess. You mean that bastard Titus, eh? Oh, if only he'd been there to see it! Was a mighty struggle like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took. When he hit you, boy, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Ugh, just like that. Oi, what's that look for? I'm a goddamn hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we use to beat old Titus. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill just south of here? Aye, do that, then we'll talk. I always forgot about how Tractum was a big-ass tool. I also remember how I couldn't see my map back then. But not a problem for the goddamn Warrior of Light. But none of these fuckers knew it yet. In fact, it took Bayan a little bit of it took me a little bit of time back then because things aren't what they are now. Oh, Y'shtola's here. Bully. Oh. One. There we go. Alright, let's expedite this bullshit. Yeah? The beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, Venturer. Saved me the hassle of... never mind. Fact. What? You still asking about how we beat Titus? I don't know, Venturer. Pretty risky strategy. Kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could rely upon. I want to teach you, I truly do. But unless you prove you have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you'd need to be capable of slaying, say, a Goobo. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flower mold here, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Anyhow, why don't you try heading west and stand in lookout in case a Gooble comes calling. Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. I forgot how much he wasted my time. Oh, Goobo. Easy. Nothing special to that nonsense. All right. Rakdom? Yeah? You again? And that Gooble that was harassing the millers is dead? Didn't think you had it in you, Venturer. Still, took forever and a day to get the job done. Still not sure if I should tell you our secrets. What a tool bag. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you've got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew, Tom! You're in there drinking again! If you are, that Gubu had better be dead! Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have me word on that. Leave the beast skull in two with me trusty axe, I did. That a fact. What would your friend here say if I ask him? He'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true. The tractor who slew that Gubu, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Tractum! The finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes! The legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus! Titus? Titus! Who in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drink-sodden dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit! Well... See, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of Sahagin shite I've ever heard. Both of you, outside! We'll learn the truth the Lominson way! Tractum, if you didn't slay that Gubu, you may consider your contract revoked! Well, you reap what you sow, fucker. Not a lot has changed from this, at least. Well, I'm still gonna do normal difficulty, but... Alright, you know the rules. First man to smash his border will be judged the Gubu Slayer. And don't even think about trying to kill me. That's cheating. We'll book these borders. They're nothing alike. Ah, the hell's with it. Let the contest begin. You think paralysis is gonna do anything? How you doing, matey? You a little bit stiff by any chance? You're still at it? Bugger me! It's lucky I've got one of these. Only killing's against the rules. The arms! The bleeding arms! And we did it. Took me longer than that in the last run. Alright, I admit it! I lied about being in the company of heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned me lesson, honest I have. Save your blubber and Tractum. Gods, I should have known. Darcy, please. I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol, and there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was the captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but you went and believed me, so I... Look, his name was Weisgate, alright? Weisgate! He'll tell you how to defeat Titus or whatever the hell's that thing's name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then! Tell the chief to forgive me, it's only fair! Yeah, sure, whatever, I don't care. Let's get out of here. Alright, riding north, let's go. Right, yep, Eastern Lanouche. and it's a nice clear day for this. I always loved Costa del Sol was always my favorite area to work with, all things considered. And not a lot has changed in the past few years, except for the new island we've got. The Isle of Endless Summer over here, and this huge patch of land that was introduced back during a previous Moonfire Fair. They usually keep the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course stretching across those islands. And that's where Moonfire Fair is usually held this time around. But anyway, we still got a lot of shit to do, so let's not waste any more time and talk to Ice-Skate. Ice-Skate. Skate. I don't know.
Pardon? You wish to slay the Lord of Crags?
We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa are depending on us.
Fancy yourselves heroes, then. Just like in the tales.
Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. He is blessed with a power that protects him from primal influence. Thus was he able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks, and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray, be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way.
And who can be tempered. Useful, but it will not be enough. It is true that the company of heroes fought and felled primals. Each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. Titan was the worst we faced. We defeated him. In the end, he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed.
Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan.
You're passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserve better than the greeting I gave you. I will not send you into Ogamoro on a whim. Be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gigaruju's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our...
Ye gods, man! Have you heard nothing I have said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates.
You imagine words can sway me, girl. If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way into Ogamoro.
Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet, much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations.
Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well.
Pray, do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa hangs in the balance. All right. And that marks the end of this video. No significant changes as of yet, but we'll see in the next episode. For now, if you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned. If you're watching the highlight on YouTube, Here are all the links provided to get you where you need to go. See you in a bit.